Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. Light going up against Queen. You just can't pass up a game like this. Two of the absolute best of their races battling here for our enjoyment. The map is going to be Metropolis. Thank you guys so much for coming on by. Hope that you are enjoying your day, and I hope it becomes a little bit better because this game's hopefully going to be just totally rad. Guys, I want to thank everyone who has subscribed, liked videos, commented, told their friends, joined the Patreon. That's patreon.com/Artosis. A big thanks to everyone who has done that. Appreciate you guys immensely. ArtosisCasts continues to be pretty much my favorite thing. And I'm so glad to hear from so many people where their YouTube, like year-end review, placed this channel high in your watched views on YouTube. That kind of flatters me. It makes me really happy about the future of Brood War as well. As, you know, YouTube has a lot of great stuff on it. A lot of garbage too, but a lot of great stuff. And I'm glad that so many of you have enjoyed watching and continue to watch. So thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So, you know, here we are on Metropolis. No wall in from Light. So that's kind of interesting. You know, I think in general, 4 pools have, well, it feels at least, I think it might just be the idiots I'm playing. I haven't seen the pros doing it too much, but it feels like there's been a few more 4 pools than normal lately. Maybe that's why. It's one of the only reasons you don't want to wall. But it's important to occasionally just not wall. If you wall every single game, you actually become very weak to 4-pool. 4-pool is like, I would say 95% win against wall. At one point in time, it seemed like it was 100%, but I've seen a few pro games where they've held. Even myself, I've almost held a few times. But yeah, the win rate is incredibly high for 4-pool. And, you know, I was talking about this a few months ago, I think leading up to ASL Season 20 or so, about how it's actually really important that 4-pool comes back into the metagame. I had kept count for a little bit, and I actually just stopped keeping count because it got annoying. But it was something like I saw Wall-In as the opener for Terran. The last number I remember counting was 17 times in a row. Just no one went for racks, expand with the racks of the main. It was just wall in every single game. And when something gets that high, it is the duty of players to hard counter it. If it's every single game, it just needs to get hard countered a bit to bring it back in line. Like, for instance, if Zerg only goes hatch first, you are obligated to build 2 barracks in the center of the map. Right? Hell, even, let's say, you know, CC first is happening. Yeah, you're obligated to go for proxy gate. Like, it's just, that's how we keep the metagame actually healthy. So, anyways, I guess you can let me know what you think about that, but I totally believe that to be the case. Now, the problem with not walling is, as you can see here, he's had to make a bunker rather quickly. A drone came over pretty fast. And if you don't make the bunker and they make like 6 to 8 lings and send them over, you're in trouble. But the thing is also, once you have done this and you've made a bunker, it kind of inhibits your early move out pressure. If you have a wall, you can kind of move out and force sunkens. In a game like this one, the odds of Light moving out and forcing sunkens from Queen is very, very low. His marine count is low. His academy is late. All these things because you have to kind of go for this additional defensive structure. If you don't go for it, it's really hard if they go mass speedling. Like, mass speedling can absolutely just kill you in that little window before 5 minutes. 5 minutes is right around when you become kind of mass speedling proof if you're sitting in your natural. Now, I don't think we'll see the mass speedling or anything. And of course, you already made the bunker, so you should not see it. But just something to keep in mind there. Also, it's harder to stop a ling run by without a wall. Right? The bunker doesn't do anything to stop lings from running up here. So we'll see if he gets his move out and forces some sunks or not. He might still. He might still. You never know. Like, it still can work out. But, like, if you see the amount of lings that are here, I don't feel like you necessarily... I mean, maybe you still need to make the sunks. But he's going to basically threaten to run by. And we just saw a scan, and it was at the natural. So he's making sure these sunkens get made. Now, I feel like this is a little bit of a mistake maybe from Queen. Maybe he thinks these are too late, and he needs to pull his lings back to help defend. But if they're not too late, yeah, I guess he actually did need to do that. Okay. Important moment here. Today I learned. That was good. This was actually exceedingly well done from both sides, because Queen didn't want to make. The thing is, you need to start the sunkens as the bio is leaving right about here, and he started them when it was, like, closer to here. So he had to pull the lings back. Whereas if you start them as they're leaving here, you can bring the lings down and then counterattack, and you're ahead. Okay. Queen coming in for a little bit of an attack. Third Rax is coming up. He actually doesn't have a turret at the barracks, so that's a little bit of an issue. In fact, that was a low health SCV, so he gets it super fast. Little attack from Light, trying to look for a third base, but it doesn't exist. Kind of interesting. It is kind of rare that you won't see a third hatchery by now. It's actually rather cathartic, because I'll look at my own replays and see this happen to me, where I'm like, damn, he doesn't even have a third hatch on the map. What am I doing? It's good to see that happen to Light. Like, oh, okay. Everyone can make that mistake sometimes. Perhaps me more than him, but yeah. Okay, so range is almost done. Brings a couple lings up here as well. This is highly annoying. He's got to bring back all of his bio. I love this ling pull away. Doesn't want it to just die for free. Okay, he's going to have to get out of here. He is getting a fair amount of SCVs. Like, this was definitely pretty good. But the problem with this is that he hadn't taken a third. And now he's made 3 sunkens. So this, right at this second... Oh, okay, and he hides the third down here. So that's like kind of like... This is a free kill for Light if he figures it out. But it's really hard to figure that out. So right now this kind of... It started to look like a Mutalisk all in. And it actually could still turn into that. You can see that he's putting a ton of pressure on. He's already purchased 3 sunkens. So in a way it makes sense. Ooh, that repair from Light. It is so hard. He had 8 SCVs repairing that during the Mutalisk. A 9th joined it afterwards. But, like, that is really hard to get that many SCVs to repair. They like, you can't just right-click on it because they're all kind of overlapping each other, and they'll all glitch, and you will get, like, nothing repairing. So that was super, super well done. You have to be very careful about which SCVs you click in what order. Now, Queen is kind of going a little bit all in, like I was kind of alluding to before. When you start making a lot of sunkens, if your opponent tries too heavily to be on the map, you can sometimes just kind of go all in muta and just harass the hell out of him. He's keeping the SCV count relatively low, but Light is actually okay here. And he's doing it just right. A single starport that's just exactly right. SCV production, more missile turrets, keeping his bio in his main base. All these moves are exactly what you need to do to kind of prevent this from ending you. Queen's Nest on the way. Gonna get these missile turrets. Kind of a big deal. A bunch of bio has moved out, though. And with only 3 sunkens, this could become problematic. Like, if Light hits the natural, it's going to be pretty hard for Queen to stop that. But he's got 3 mutas here. They're very low. He's got his full group that he's still harassing with. If he had added 3 more sunkens, I would actually give him the advantage to win this. But I think the attack from Light has really good potential to just kill him. Like, if you're going to go all in with the mutas, you need to make the sunks to match. Like, he actually needs 7 sunkens here. Now, the mutas are coming back, so he still might be okay. But the thing is, if he had 7 sunkens, he could have the mutas in the main base. Still dealing damage. I think you have to wait for him to engage. Oh, that was a very good volley. I think he needs to wait for him to engage sunks to bring the mutas forward again. All right, full group. Lurker upgrade is on the way. Yeah, he's only got 2 medics. I think Queen's safe. Light does know about that bottom left base, which is important. Actually, pretty good job here from Queen picking off a lot of the Marines. Very small army now. He actually really has potential to bring his mutas down and kill this off and save that bottom left. If Light gets the bottom left, he's actually ahead again. Right now, it's a somewhat even game. I like Queen's position a little bit more, but he has to save bottom left or kill him right now. Now, Valkyrie's on the way. Light has very good Valkyrie control, so that's definitely going to help. Picking off quite a few SCVs. Okay, there comes the Valk. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. And Light is going to hit bottom left at the same time. Oh, not a lot left here for these mutas. The Valkyrie still sitting pretty safely. I think repairing that is pretty key. Kills his own missile turret that was in the way of mining. Just relying on this Valkyrie. Another Valkyrie is coming out as well. Okay, so lurkers are coming up. There's almost no win condition here, I feel like. Like, you could try to get into more bases, but my feeling is what we'll end up seeing here is one Defiler lurker all in. I think Queen losing that bottom left base was too impactful here, and he just didn't get the counter damage he needed during that time. The Valkyrie kind of saved him from everything. I feel like it's all been half measures from Queen in this game. Valkyrie's coming out. Lurkers are being made, so it's not like he's going to get busted. And to be fair, no second gas. Okay, he is getting into Vulture tech here, so it's probably going to end up being a mech switch. Most likely. And I think he is going to go Vessels as well. Dropship on the way. It's only a 2-base Queen. He is trying to get another base down here. Maybe he's able to succeed. Hard to say. Seeing if he can lure some of those Scourge. Can't really break those Sunkens. Not if the other Lurker burrows, that's for sure. Well, not with this anyways. I like that Queen somehow got these Lurkers out here. You can potentially put these in a position that's almost impossible to scan. But actually, that's where the speed Vultures that are being made might come in really, really handy. Because you can just, like, run them down to raid new bases. That position pops up more than you would think in these weird games. I'm going to repair his Valkyrie a little bit. Defiler's being made from Queen. Nidus on the way. And here come those Vultures. Oh, okay. He was on the hold position. So the Vultures at least take a little bit of damage as they run by. Mines are going to be finishing, so that could be problematic as well. I don't think he can kill the Nidus. Yeah, he's just going to hide these, try to get some additional damage. Oh, hold on. Double drop comes up. Valkyrie's flying in over everything. This drop definitely looks like it's going to deal a lot of damage. Going to bring these two drop ships out to refill them up. Scourge might be able to catch them, though. Losing a lot of Overlords in this time. Oh, my God. Those two Lurkers not under Darkstorm there. The drones all having me pulled back. The Spire being targeted down. You know, I guess he has technically saved this for now. But the Nidus got picked off, so that is an issue. Well, I think that's going to be it. Okay. My analysis of this game, I actually think Queen got himself into positions that were winnable if he plays very decisively. And I think that this is an important thing, is you shouldn't always be playing to try to win 100% of the time. I think what you need to do in StarCraft in general is to very oftentimes just take the highest win percentage road. Like I was saying, when he was going super heavy with the mutas and he already had 3 sunks, if he just adds more sunks and just says, yeah, that's okay, we're kind of all in here, but then I don't have to respect the Marines on the map, and maybe you just win from there. Instead, it felt like he was trying to do all things at once. He wanted to just barely defend everything while harassing, and it's like, not quite. Light played really decisively here, and it ended up taking the game back, even from positions where I think Queen had a bit of an advantage. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. It was a pretty good game. We'll see you next time.